Hey, how you doing, guys? I'm back again with another video. So, let's talk about money. Because I know a lot of you guys like this topic, so let's talk about money. Why it is not cool to be poor. Okay. Because money, we use money for a lot of things. It's pretty simple, guys. We're not going to beat around the bush. Cash is king. You know it, I know it, they know it, the whole world knows it. Cash is king. So, let's begin, guys. Cool is only for people who have money. It is hard to be cool when you don't have the money. You can go to such lengths in life just being a cool guy. At some point, the money thing kicks in, guys. That is why in high school, all the goofy, cool guys only mattered for a short span of time. As soon as those girls got to university, higher high school, he with the gold makes the rules. You cannot be cool and you are broke, guys. People will just enjoy you for that short while, and then they're gonna go back to their lives where the real kings are the ones with the money. The cool kids are the ones with the money. Now, this affects a whole lot of things around you guys. So, I'm gonna give you a few reasons today to let you know why cash is king and why being poor is not cool, guys. So, number one, let's start with family, guys. Listen, it's pretty obvious, guys. You ever had that rich uncle, that rich aunt? Whenever there's a family function, it never begins unless they have arrived. If they have not agreed to it, that family event or function is postponed to a suitable time for them because they are the ultimate breadwinner. They make the rules in the family that you don't know about simply because big uncle is a big dog, big auntie is also a big dog. You know what I mean? So, this is one of the major things that money affects, guys, is your own family. Because, guys, believe it or not, even your own mom can switch up on you as soon as they know you can now afford certain things they could never afford themselves. When you start having the money, guys, a lot of things changes around you, not just women, girlfriends, a lot of things change. But with point number one, we're gonna start with family, guys. No family meeting starts without you. Every point that is given the family meeting may be jotted down in minutes, whatever they may be, but the person with the money somehow affects the decision of the outcomes of that meeting, guys. Being a young, small kid, small girl in that family, you would know these things. But as you grow, you start to realize that the person who has the money is the coolest. You know what I mean? So, poor is not cool with family related meetings in the sense whereby your decisions, your comments are not taken seriously, guys. You can speak, you can get your hand up, they have to tolerate you, your family, but your decisions go into this ear, go out to that ear. You know what I mean? Your suggestions are just jotted down, guys. But at the end of the day, everyone knows Mr. Mike is the one that narrows down the family decisions, and no meeting concludes without him having a say because he's the one who can pay for the food, pay for the venue, and helps out the family in times of emergencies. It does not really matter how old you are, guys, when it comes to these things, but I'm telling you right now, some of y'all have gone through it. When you have the money and you are the breadwinner in the family, nothing starts or ends without you, guys. You know what I mean? So, cool in this case is he who has the money. So, family also affects yourself depending on the money that you have. Your bank balance balances out the family. Whether you are a female or a male, the person who has the bag makes the rules, guys. It's a no-brainer. I think you know about this one, guys. Now, let's move it over to friends, guys. Let's move it over to friends. I'm sure you've been broke, if you have been broke before, and you realize that there's so many things that you can't even say to your friends or do simply because you don't have the car, you don't pay for the drinks, you don't entertain the girls you might bring over for your guys because you don't have the money. In times of emergency, someone getting arrested maybe for drunken driving, you don't have the tipping money for the officer. You just start becoming the cooler box guy. Now, the person that don't know what the cooler box guy is, the cooler box boy is someone who makes sure that the drinks that the people with the money have, it's your responsibility to make sure that those drinks are always cold. We run out of ice, ask for money. We run out of drinks, ask for money and go refill. Make sure that our drinks are nice and cold. That's being your job, guys, if you don't have money. Because you don't have the car, you can pay for the petrol. If there's girls over, you can buy them drinks. If we are all hungry, you can buy the food. Your job is to entertain us by keeping us happy with laughter and also making sure that our drinks are nice and cold. And should they run out, we are giving you the money to go to the bar, to the bottle store, to the liquor store, to buy the alcohol and refill our drinks, guys. So when you don't have money, you start being the cooler box boy, and nobody likes being the cooler box boy for too long. You could get away with it for one, twice, maybe twice first year, but as you see your friends elevate in life, guys, getting another car after another car, seeing your own age, you getting older, you do not want to be a cooler box guy forever, guys. It starts to affect you. It seems cool at first, but even the girls that you may hang with when you're guys, they start to realize, oh, these are the guys with the money. You are only good to keep drinks cold, and now you can't even pick whoever shows up into that female group because they can see, or they can always tell, guys, that who's the one with the money. Don't get these women wrong. They can tell you right now, they can attest to this. They know who's swiping for the drinks, you know. And if you got those stupid friends that like putting you in the bad spotlight, they'll even show it in front of them where it's like, yo man, just run out of drinks. Can you get us something? I'll swipe when you come back. They start putting you in the spotlight where the women quickly see that the guy with the black card is that dude. He's being sent around. It simply means he doesn't have the money. And most of the time, people don't have the money. Their confidence depletes, guys. It's not as high. And the women, being the female species, they can pick up on that, guys. So, poor is not cool. Get your money right so that even within your own friends, you can have a say, guys. If they're planning a trip, you can have a say. Let's try this area simply because they know that you can afford some petrol, you got your own car, and you also have a say on where the event may be because you are always willing to chip in, helping out with the weekend expenses, whatever the case may be. And if you bring extra people in, no one panics because they know you are good for that. You know what I mean? So get yourself some money, guys. And then with point number 3, guys, it affects the whole family and even your dating game. When you have money, guys, the class of women you start to deal with is just different. It's simply different. You know this. You ever seen the rappers, especially the musician guys? The rapper always seems to have that first son or first daughter that looks a bit wretched. You know what I mean? When they were still on the come up, whatever it might have been before they made the millions, there's always that first kid that doesn't look as too good than the others. This is because whilst he was hustling or she with no money, they got to mate with a basic average partner and they got themselves a basic average looking child, guys. The kids that follow thereafter, they flashy, they yellow, they've got slippery hair, whatever it may be. This is what happens when you don't have money, guys. You have to start settling for anybody that makes you happy and wants to entertain you. You start feeling that people are making you a big favor by talking to you. You know what I mean? So the class of women you start to deal with when you have some money is different. It simply affects your entire family tree, guys. And this is why there's nothing wrong with being patient, with getting your money right first, so that you can have a quality mate later and have kids that you are proud of taking family pictures with. And now the family members will be talking funny about you, that your kids look like chimpanzees, all because you didn't want to upgrade your bank account and decided to have women with the lowest of grades of women, the sort of baby mamas you can't even take to the mall, guys. So the class of women changes when your bag is up, guys. Now, we're not necessarily saying you're going to find yourself some gold diggers or whatever, but there's some women, they just like a guy who's clean, who has his own place, his own car. They're not necessarily a gold digger. She just has standards. Like, listen, I don't care if a man looks hot or not. I just want a dude who can simply take care of me. Basic needs. I don't need him taking me to Dubai, to New York. I just need a guy who can simply pay for the lights, simply pay for the petrol whenever I need, and when I have an emergency, he can show up. And these are things you cannot do when you don't have the money, guys. You know what I mean? So that's one point. Now I'm going to get to another one, guys. Now that also ties up to self-esteem. Have you ever been so broke for so long and then you get that in contact, boom, money just landed. All of a sudden you are live awake, guys. You thinking of where's the next spot you can go to and have some fun. You think of calling people. You think of being out the house. That is the high you get from money, guys. All of a sudden your self-esteem shoots up. You know, when you have money, you feel different. You vibe different. You move different. And people can feel this, guys. Believe it or not, people can feel it. They can feel when you are just financially going through stuff. Now, yes, of course, there's a lot of fakers out there. A whole lot of people faking like they've got it when they don't. You know what I mean? But your self-esteem, the way you carry yourself, people can vibe off that, guys. They can tell you are having a blast on this life thing. You know, yes, you can be happy in front of people, hiding deep feelings and pains and thoughts within you, but your vibe is a little bit different when you are just generally happy, guys. And in reality, in today's world, money adds to people's happiness, guys. It is very hard to be happy, guys, if you're not solving problems. That's one thing that makes you a man. There's nothing so good than feeling as a man simply because you are someone that handles your business, that handles any problem that shows up, you handle it. That's one aspect of being a man, guys, is handling problems and making sure they go away. And if they do come back, you handle them again. And there's nothing that makes something easy than solving problems, like having money, like having the finances to sort out those problems, guys. You know what I mean? So your self-esteem shoots up when you have money. I think you know this. You think if you're driving a $500,000 car, you wouldn't feel really good compared to an old scrappy Tesla 20,000, or if you're walking to the event, if you pull up in that Ranger, you feel different. You know what I mean? You feel different. Should that car die halfway, there's issues, whether there's policemen trying to arrest you for drunk driving, you're good for it. You get a tow truck like this, you bribe the officer like this, a tire blows up, you buy a new tire like this. Everything becomes quick, guys, when you have money. You know, I'm sure you know this. Everything becomes quick. You can solve problems faster. And that builds up your esteem, guys. That is why you find that it's even easier to talk to women, because whatever restaurant she may point, whatever problem she may come up, you know you're good for it. You're not worried. You're not worried about, I can't go to that spot. The way my mind is set up is not too good, So you get your money right, your confidence shoots up, guys. Simply as that, you know what I mean? Now, with the last point being, when you don't have enough money, guys, it shows even your work environment. Your bosses start to toy with you. Okay? When your bosses or your boss knows that you can't live without him or her, it affects the way they talk to you. It affects their charisma around you simply because they know you need them. Because you're not someone that's making enough money, ready to threaten them anytime by leaving. Your bosses pick up that energy that you are nothing without them, and that now starts to affect you psychologically at work simply because the toxic boss knows that you can't live without him or her. I cut you off this company, you are finished. That is why even if your contract is simply an 8 to 5, you find that it's very hard for you to even leave at 5 o'clock sharp, because you feel like you are doing, the job is doing you a favor in your life. It's very hard for you to even stand up when your boss is around. You have to wait for him to leave first before you leave. You know what I mean? Now the time is 5:15. He can see you want to leave, but he's just testing you out to see what you're going to do. But you stay and sit down and wait for him to leave. He might even leave at 5:30, but you can't do anything because you know you need the job. And your boss can simply see it in you. He knows that you can't live life without him. So when you do have your money right, guys, again, your employer can pick it up that this dude is working, is doing his thing, but in reality, he can leave anytime. That way, guys, you just work a little bit different. I'm into that situation. I've been in both before, where I had to think twice by leaving at 5 because I needed the job so bad. And you'll always get those bosses who make it look like you are bad. Look at him just leaving at 5, showing lack of commitment. What are you talking about, bro? Because my contract was 8 to 5. Now that it's 5, I can quickly get up and leave and start my life. You now have to think twice about leaving at 5 simply because they're around, guys. You know what I mean? So with the job that I have now, I don't really need them, guys. And I wish that for all of you guys, they can pick up that this guy is so good at his job. Even if we had to let him go today, someone will employ him tomorrow. You know what I mean? So it's either you upgrade your money or you upgrade your skill, guys. But I will start with the skill. Upgrade your skill, you will get the money automatically, and then you'll just move different, guys. All of a sudden, being at a workplace, they will appreciate you working under that contract simply because they can tell you're good at what you do, and they can feel off your vibration that you don't really need that job, guys. Okay, so focus on getting the money, guys. This is why certain things must wait until you get the money. We can't stress this point to you guys hard enough. Don't do the crime thing, but if it works for you, hey, good luck. You be the one on the cell, not me. But focus on the money thing, guys. There's nothing wrong with starving just so you shine later. You know what I mean? There will always be time for women. There will always be time for drinks. There will always be time for family. But you need to work on the bag, guys. Because once you get the bag, it is easy to plug everyone and give oxygen to other things. But when you don't have the bag, or you try to dish out the bag too early, your money is not matured enough, you will fall, guys. And then you are back at being the guy they don't listen to in your family. You're getting the low-grade women. Your workplace doesn't appreciate you. All of a sudden, you're the cooler box guy. You're making sure the drinks are nice and cold for your friends, all because you don't have the money. Focus on getting the money, guys. Poor is not cool, So check out videos out there. Investigate, build up on your skill, focus on your purpose, get the money. Once you get the money, then your confidence will shoot up, guys, and opportunities all of a sudden just spill over you. You know what I mean? So, in short, poor is not cool and cash is king. Always remember that, guys. I'll see you on my next video. Comment, subscribe. Peace, guys.